This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday, the 27th day of June in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting. Now here's what we're tracking tonight. The chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, retired Justice Claudette Singh, sided with the government-nominated commissioners today and voted against the Jaguar being used as a symbol for the We Invest in Nationhood political party, which is headed by billionaire businessman Azruddin Mohammed. Government-nominated Commissioner Says Gunraj said after discussions on the concerns regarding the use of indigenous symbols by political parties, the chair ruled that pursuant to Article 7 of the Constitution of Guyana, which outlines the duty of citizens to respect national symbols, the use of the Jaguar, which is part of the coat of arms, is not acceptable. The Jaguar has been used in the past as a political symbol. The Rise, Organize and Rebuild Guyana party used a roaring jaguar as its symbol without objection when it contested elections 2 decades ago. But moments after the GECOM decision was handed down today, the Win party said the symbol it actually submitted to the Elections Commission was that of a leopard and not a jaguar. The party said it did not add a name to the symbol as none was required, and noted that a simple check of the symbol submitted would prove that it's a leopard and not a jaguar. News Source understands that the party is expected to seek some clarification from the Elections Commission. A GECOM source pointed out to News Source that while the party may not have described its symbol as a jaguar in its submissions to the commission, on the campaign trail its presidential candidate has described the symbol as a jaguar. Earlier this week, the chairman of the National Two-Shows Council and the leader of the Liberty and Justice Party both objected to the use of the jaguar as a political symbol, stating that as indigenous leaders, the jaguar is known to be sacred to the indigenous people. Last Friday, the chairman of the National Parks Commission, Foreign Secretary Robert Prasad, was the first to make known his objection against the use of the jaguar as a political symbol, stating that it is part of the national symbols of Guyana. Opposition-nominated Commissioner Vincent Alexander said the Elections Commission has demonstrated its ineptitude and bias by the chairman and 3 of the commissioners who voted against the use of the jaguar as a symbol. He said the decision is beyond logic. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Chasing a ride that takes you higher? Elevate your drive with the all-new Honda Elevate. Now at Merrick's, the Honda Elevate has a bold style, cutting-edge technology, sleek and modern interior, and intuitive controls that makes every journey feel elevated and comfortable. So, why wait? Drive a Honda Elevate today. It's brand new, 0 miles, 0 worries. Visit Merrick's, the home of Honda in Guyana, or call 226-1482 to learn more.
PNC reform leader and presidential candidate of the APNU, Norton, today assured that there will be no loss of jobs as he unveiled plans to diversify the Guyana Sugar Corporation, GECOM, should the APNU form the next government. Under the APNU AFC government, thousands of sugar workers lost their jobs between 2017 and 2018 as the then government moved to right-size and diversify the sugar industry to increase its viability. Today, Mr. Norton said that while it is necessary to diversify the operations of GECOM, there will be no job cuts.
Not one sugar worker will be fired. What we are seeking to do is to refashion the industry, retrain sugar workers so that they can be utilized in new ventures. On the question of closing sugar estates, it is well known that the PPP closed more sugar estates than us, though they try to say something different. But I want to say this about closed sugar estates. I do not want to pronounce on that at this stage. Again, it is dependent on you getting in there, seeing the options, and then decide if we need to close more or we need to continue with what exists and improve them. But the bottom line as a policy position is we do not have the intention of firing workers.
He said not only will GECOM retain existing jobs, but there will be new jobs and job opportunities and improved working conditions. His party's plan is to revitalize and refashion GECOM, and that will include housing development, aquaculture, and food production.
We will diversify its portfolio by using its assets such as its land and workforce for new business ventures, including aquaculture, food crops, manufacturing, and housing development. For us, therefore, GECOM need not remain exclusively an agriculture-based entity. With investment in training and equipment, for instance, GECOM can become one of the largest builders of homes and communities in Guyana.
The APNU presidential candidate said in addition to the production of raw and processed sugar, there is also great potential for ethanol, livestock feed, and cogeneration of electricity. He said in exploring those business ventures, an administration under his leadership would engage with both the public and private partnerships to ensure the viability of GECOM.
If privatization is going to make it viable, we will. But at this stage, I don't think we have done an assessment to decide whether we will privatize it.
With the proposed reforms and adequate investment, Norton believes GECOM can become a net contributor to national revenue rather than drain on the nation's resources. In 2024, GECOM produced just over 47,000 tons of sugar, a shortfall of more than 21%. Outspoken attorney-at-law Ronald is among the new faces that will feature on the candidates list of the APNU. Presidential candidate of that party, Norton, disclosed this morning. Mr. Norton told reporters at a press conference that the APNU's list will feature a number of young and new faces, including Daniels.
There are going to be some interesting young people. Ronald Daniels, for instance, will be on our list. We think he is a very good attorney and a young man with a lot of potential.
News source has also been able to confirm that former Deputy Commissioner of Police Paul Williams and prominent attorney Dexter Todd will also be on the APNU's list of candidates, in addition to expelled AFC members Charita Finance, Shara Duncan, and Ricky Ramsarup. Opposition Member of Parliament and PNC Reform Executive Royce Dilford, who had challenged Norton last year for the leadership of the PNCR, will also be on the list of candidates for the APNU.
There are going to be new people I can assure you that Roysdale will be there, among others.
Questioned on whether Region 10 Opposition Member of Parliament Chairman Figuera will be featured on the list, Norton said Mr. Figuera was approached, but is yet to complete the paperwork to be on the candidates list.
I have always said that there's a place for Chairman Figuera in the PNCR and the APNU.
Is he part of the list of candidates? I don't think I got that clearly.
Well, at least up until now he hasn't signed, but once he is disposed to becoming a member of the list, he will be.
As the APNU prepares to contest the upcoming elections, it has been faced with the resignations of a number of its members. 3 members of Parliament, Amanza Walton Desir, Gita Chandan Edmond, and Natasha Singh Lewis, have resigned from both Parliament and the People's National Congress, while Region 4 Regional Chairman Daniel Searam and the Regional Vice Chairman Samuel Sandy have also resigned. Chandan, Edmond, Searam, and Sandy have endorsed the governing People's Progressive Party, while Walton Desir has launched her own party, Forward Guyana. Walton Desir is among those who have said that they felt silenced and sidelined by the Norton leadership. But Mrs. Norton said Singh Lewis distanced herself from the executive of the PNC out of loyalty to long-standing member of the party, the late Amna Ali, while Walton Desir was assured that she would have been extracted from the list of candidates for Parliament. But even after receiving that assurance, he said she left and formed her own party.
I have engaged virtually all the persons to query from them whether they had an interest in being in the list, etc. And I have attempted to sideline no one. However, I would say that sometimes, especially when you're dealing with foreign policy, if you do not get the reports from people who are involved, it can be detrimental. All I would say to you, I have engaged, I have sought to engage continuously, but some people decided that they will carry a particular position. I don't have any problem with that.
Mr. Norton said the People's National Congress reform is an institution that is strong and unbreakable, and no number of defections and or resignations will cause it to fall. The APNU, along with other parties contesting the upcoming elections, will submit their list of candidates to the Guyana Elections Commission on Nomination Day, the 14th of July. As part of its ongoing global crackdown on the drug trade and the importation of drugs into the U.S., the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced visa restrictions for family, close personal, and business associates of sanctioned persons involved in the drug trade. In a statement, the U.S. State Department said that fentanyl crisis in the U.S. is unprecedented, with overdoses remaining the leading cause of death for Americans ages 18 to 44. Adding that more than 40% of Americans reportedly know someone who has died from an opioid overdose. In 2024, the U.S. averaged over 220 overdose deaths daily. The U.S. Secretary of State said he's announcing the new visa restriction policy under Section 212A3C of the Immigration and Nationality Act of the U.S. that will apply to family members and close personal and business associates of individuals sanctioned under Executive Order 14059, imposing sanctions on foreign persons involved in the global illegal drug trade. He said imposing visa restrictions on drug traffickers, their family members, and close personal and business associates will not only prevent them from entering the U.S., but it will serve as a deterrent for continued illegal activities. 3 weeks ago, the U.S. announced sanctions against 4 Guyanese nationals who are alleged to be involved in the drug trade. Senior Superintendent of Police Him Not Saw is among the 4 Guyanese who were sanctioned. The U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control named Senior Superintendent of Police Him Not Saw, along with businessman Paul Davey Jr., Mark Cromwell, also known as Demon of Buxton, and Randolph Duncan, also known as Rudolph Duncan, to its latest list of sanctioned individuals. According to the U.S. government, the 4 are linked to 2 Colombian nationals who have also been sanctioned by the U.S. for drug trafficking and other related crimes. The U.S. government alleged that the 4 Guyanese, along with the 2 Colombians, have been exploiting the rivers and jungles of South America by transiting large quantities of cocaine from Colombia and Venezuela through the waters of Guyana and Suriname.
A nation united for one powerful night of praise and worship. It's the One Guyana Worship Experience. Monday, July 7th, CARICOM Day at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence, starting from 6 p.m. Join us for an unforgettable evening featuring international award-winning gospel ministers Chandler Moore, Todd Dulaney, Samuel Midas, Renwick Dewsbury. Out of Jamaica, the viral sensation, Prince Saj, also ministering, Faith Kurika, Cheryl Maloney, Timothy Roberts, Apostle Sean Sobers, Miriam Williams, Joshua Joe, and many more. The One Guyana Worship Experience, Monday, July 7th at the National Stadium. Admission is absolutely free, but you must secure your passes through your local churches, online, and designated outlets across the country. One nation, one people, one worship. The One Guyana Worship Experience. Don't miss it.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
New York City, summer is about to get hot. Saturday, August 2nd, SR Hamilton LLC presents Gospel Infusion. Featuring Samuel Meadows, Psycho, Eddie Neblett, Sean Daniels out of Trinidad, Christelle Brandt, Sherilyn Maloney, DJ Kesta D,
Timothy Roberts,
and many more at the South Jamaica Multi-Service Center, 11402 Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Queens, New York. Gates open at 4 p.m., showtime 5 p.m. Get your super early bird tickets for only $50. General admission $70. Pay more at the gate, and limited VIP $100 all inclusive. Come and experience the outpouring of God's grace Saturday, August 2nd. For more information, visit Gospel Infusion on Facebook and Instagram.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks for Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
Mavaruma, get ready! The event of the summer, the official Mavaruma All Black Party, goes down on Saturday, July 5th at Mavaruma Settlement Ground. Come see live performances by Lola Doll,
like Talk to Me needs them.
Umaya Hall,
Tell everybody, this is a break.
Calvin Burnett, and Lil Million.
This one that for all the woman them will like little boys.
Music by Selector Andre. And Power King Sound System. Admission $5,000. Witness X Factor Dance Group Ignite the Stage. Remember, dress to impress. It's all happening on July 5th. The official Mavaruma All Black Party.
Social media commentator turned government contractor Mikel Rodriguez, known as the Guyanese critic, lost another libel suit in the High Court this morning and has been ordered to pay $8 million to political leader and activist Simona Brooms. In February of last year, Ms. Brooms filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the Guyanese critic over statements that he made against her on his social media talk show, falsely accusing her of being a human trafficker and falsely claiming that as a government minister, she stopped mining operations in the interior for her own personal benefit. In handing down her decision this morning, Justice Priscilla Haniff found that Rodriguez made libelous statements against Brooms on the 22nd of January of 2024 on his Facebook page, They Break News, in a live video stream for his program Morning Live with the Critic. The court found that he defamed Ms. Brooms when he stated that the claimant was part of a whorehouse business and was a trafficker, meaning that the claimant was a human trafficker. He was ordered to pay her $5 million in respect to that defamatory statement. With respect to his libelous statement about the shutting down of mining operations, the court also found the statement to be defamatory and ordered Critic to pay $3 million to Brooms.
This judgment is a long walk for women in this country. At least sets the record straight. Human trafficking, when it's related to me, I've risked my life. I've had sleepless nights. I've put my entire family in danger for this. And it is not something that you play with. I think when one, in politics, people pelt the shots and all of that, I've said it before. But when it comes to people deliberately tarnishing your character, it has caused me so much.
The court ordered that Rodriguez remove all social media posts and posts from other platforms containing the defamatory statements. Additionally, it was ordered that interest will run from the date of the filing of the statement of claim in the matter. Earlier this week, in a separate case, the Guyanese critic, Freddie Kissoon, and his social media entity were ordered to pay a former APNU AFC Member of Parliament $6 million in total for statements made against the former MP on his social media pages. In March of this year, in another matter, the Guyanese critic was ordered to pay $52 million to the billionaire Mohammed family for statements he made against them on his social media pages. The Guyana Police Force this afternoon announced that 53-year-old laborer Andre Stugger was today charged and remanded to jail for the alleged rape of a child under 16 years. Stugger, who worked as a laborer at the police station, appeared at the Sparendam Magistrates Court, where the charge was read to him. He was not required to enter a plea and was immediately remanded to jail. His next court appearance will be on the 4th of August. The accused was arrested at his home earlier this week following reports of the abduction of a young child. Following the police investigation, the charge of rape was filed against him. Other charges are likely to follow. 26-year-old laborer Brian Richards was today committed to stand a high court trial for the murder of popular entertainer and educator Kerwin Mars, also known as Sir Mars. The preliminary inquiry into the murder of the high school teacher was completed today, and the decision for the high court trial was handed down by Magistrate Sunil Scarce. Mars was brutally stabbed to death in his car and then ran over by the same car when he attempted to run. Following a post-mortem examination, the pathologist listed the cause of death as crushing injuries to the chest, which were compounded by wounds. The pathologist found 8 stab wounds on the body of Sir Mars. Stab wounds were found to the left side of the chest, his right shoulder, upper left collarbone, left hand, and right elbow. The incident took place in May of 2023. The accused was arrested at work after the police investigators were able to identify him from various surveillance video recordings, leaving a bar in the presence of the victim hours before the murder. He will remain remanded to jail as he awaits the start of that high court trial.
The EDGE series comes alive this July in Guyana. 3 sporting disciplines, 3x3 basketball, table tennis, and criterium racing. Teams from across regions compete for a total prize pool of over $2.5 million. And the title, of champion. The Edge Series. Are you on the edge?
And I'ma do it again. Watch me.
Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, but early detection can save lives. So, who needs to be screened? If you're 50 or older, it's time to talk to your doctor about screening. But some men need to start even earlier. Your risk is higher if you have a family history of prostate cancer. Screening may be recommended as early as 40 years. Screening is quick and can include a PSA blood test or a simple exam. It's the first step in catching prostate cancer early, when it's most treatable. Don't wait. If you're at risk, get screened, because taking care of your health means being there for the moments that matter most. Screen early, live fully.
When the night has come and the land is dark.
Somebody in a happy mood.
Yes, Pujilu, because Ban's birthday coming up and I gonna be present.
Last year your friend them been.
And you like that?
If me and you ain't go together this year, things gonna be dark, really dark.
Let's celebrate the band's birthday on Saturday, 28th of June at the National Park with 9 one-man bands and Granny Ivy.
Big birthday!
Early bird tickets for $2,000. Stage front, $5,000. Tickets located at Just Your Size Boutique, Stovetop, White Castle Fish Shop, Fireside Suites, and Team Extra Stabrook Market. Band's birthday 2025, June 28th at the National Park. Gates open from 6 p.m. and free gate upon entry.
Ooh, la, la, la. Let's go dancing.
Turbo with a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250 ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up with a turbo 250 ml at your favorite spot. Wait, sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with turbo can. Turbo can, turbo can, turbo can. Now available in the new 250 ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Jaguar is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Jaguar's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial and aerial transportation. Jaguar has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. A high school teacher from Florida has pleaded guilty to her role in a transnational firearms smuggling operation linked to a criminal organization based in Trinidad and Tobago. Shannon Lee Samlal Singh, 46 of Tampa, appeared before a U.S. court on June 20 and admitted to making false statements to a federally licensed firearms dealer. According to a statement from the United States Department of Justice, DOJ, Samlal Singh now faces up to 5 years in federal prison. Between 2020 and 2021, Samlal Singh allegedly purchased a range of firearms and firearm components from dealers in Hillsborough County and Miami-Dade County. Federal investigators say she filed multiple ATF forms claiming she was the buyer of the weapons, while she was in fact acting on instructions from members of a Trinidadian criminal enterprise. Authorities say Samlal Singh received money from individuals affiliated with the organization and was directed on exactly what to purchase. She later arranged for the weapons and components to be concealed in cargo items, specifically a wireless speaker and punching bags, before shipping them to Trinidad and Tobago. On April 21, 2021, authorities at Piarco International Airport intercepted a shipment arriving from the U.S. 2 punching bags were found to contain a substantial catch of firearms and accessories. The seizure also included hundreds of rounds of ammunition for various firearms, highlighting the scale of the operation. The investigation was conducted by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's Homeland Security Investigations and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, with assistance from Trinidad and Tobago's Ministry of National Security. Samlal Singh's sentencing date has not yet been set. Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Gaston Brown Wednesday said the number of people in Latin America and the Caribbean who die by suicide or live with a mental disorder represents lives overshadowed by despair, potential left unrealized, and families hollow by grief. Addressing a forum on mental health in the Americas organized by the Pan American Health Organization and the World Health Organization, PAO, WHO, Prime Minister Brown said that in Latin America and the Caribbean, more than 10 adolescents die by suicide each day, recalling that in 2021, across the region, 16 million adolescents lived with a mental disorder. These figures represent lives overshadowed by despair, potential left unrealized, families hollowed by grief, Brown told the forum, being held under the theme Uniting the Americas for Mental Health from Commitment to Action, and is a parallel event to the 55th General Assembly of the Organization of American States, OAS. And finally tonight, international news. The United States and China have resolved issues surrounding shipments of rare earth minerals and magnets to the U.S., Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said on Friday, ironing out a dispute that stalled a deal reached in May. As part of its retaliation against new U.S. tariffs, China suspended exports of a wide range of critical minerals and magnets, upending supply chains central to automakers, aerospace manufacturers, semiconductor companies, and military contractors around the world. During U.S.-China trade talks in May in Geneva, Beijing committed to removing the measures imposed since April 2, but those critical materials were not moving as fast as agreed, Bessent said in an interview with Fox Business Network. So, the U.S. put countermeasures in place. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Swatlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.